Guess what? Something happened to me for the first time in the 16 years that I've been living here in Utah.
What?
Any guesses? 16 years I've been here in Utah. This has never once happened to me. And it happened yesterday.
Well.
What?
I have an answer.
Okay. Yeah.
Did somebody try to give you a book?
Someone knocked on my door.
Somebody knocked on your way for
In
real?
16 years, I've never had missionaries knock on my door. And I'll tell you, for someone who...
I thought I was being funny.
No.
Oh. John, now I feel bad. I could have come and knocked on your door with a book.
Right. Well, I've had people who I've known come show me the book and talk to me, but I've never actually had missionaries knock on my door. And I'll tell you, from someone who doesn't grow up in the faith that's here in Utah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
Moving here, it was always like, what is this going to be like?
Yeah, everyone's going to try to convert me.
Right, exactly. How often are we going to have, missionaries at our door? And so I remember when we first moved here, Jen and I were always like, is today the day it happens?
When are they going to show up?
It was almost like, and sometimes you'd see missionaries like across the street or down the street, and it's like trick-or-treaters. Like you start going, they're going to come clean the house. That way when they knock on the door, they look inside. We were really excited about it. Honestly, this is just... me being real with you about what it's like to be an outsider moving to Utah.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome.
Never happened. We got so disappointed. And I've moved from Sugar House to Sugar Hood to Cottonwood Heights out to Draper.
Yeah.
So I have worked the valley
and
waiting for my opportunity.
Have the missionaries knocked on your door?
And it wasn't until yesterday when Elder Allen and Elder Mason showed up at my door, giving a knock, did I finally get my Utah experience.
And how was it?
It was fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Oh my gosh, tell me more. I've never had the missionaries knock on my door.
Okay, let me tell you.
I think that they know. I think they have a list.
I'm assuming they're like, we already got her.
She's in.
It was interesting because Elder Allen was from South Africa, very nice guy.
Oh wow!
I think he's been doing it for a while. He was road wary, he knew the dance.
Yeah.
Elder Mason was too excited. I think he was
what they would call a greenie.
He was full of the Holy Spirit in a way that he had to get it out. And I was like, dude, we're doing a slow dance. You got to date me.
Yeah.
You can't just come.
Me.
Yeah. So they come up and, they're like, hey, and I say, I'm actually, I go to church here. I'm just not part of the same religion. I go down to South Mountain, which is
very active in your church.
Yeah, exactly. But I appreciate what you're doing. I love what you're doing.
Yeah,
you do
great.
you. And Elder Mason's like, well, we should come in and, compare religions. And I'm like, whoa, wait, Elder Mason.
Wait, Elder Mason is the greenie.
Yeah, he's the greenhorn.
Alan was the one who had it together.
And you could tell Alan was like, simmer down, man.
This is not the way.
That's not how you do this. And I was like, Mason, we're having a good conversation here. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Don't try to force yourself into my house.
But now,
let's go.
But would you like to come in?
I said, do you guys want to come in and have a drink of, I didn't say come in. I said, do you want me to grab you a drink of water?
Right.
I wanted to give them something. It was a nice, beautiful day.
It was a nice day.
And they turned me down.
Oh.
But we had a nice, 15-minute conversation.
On the porch?
On the porch.
You didn't even let them come into the foyer?
But Elder Mason was pushing too hard.
Oh.
You know what I mean? If it was just Elder Allen.
I'll give some feedback to the Draper would you mission president.
I don't know if I need to file something somewhere. Because I think, first date jitters were just too much. Came off. Now I know what it's like to come off needy on a date.
That's what we look like.
That's what you and I look like constantly.
Oh, geez.
When we're asking for love and acceptance.
No wonder no one will love and accept me. 16
years, Chantel. Finally happened.
I cannot
greatest day ever.
Believe that. 16 years.
16 years.
Wow. And how,
Yeah.
If it happened again, would you be just as excited, or would you?
Well, now I've had it now.
Not answer?
I've had the experience.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah. Now I use my Ring doorbell.
Great.
It's Tate McRae.